Hola, hijos de su madre. Welcome to another episode of
No Manches with Fran,
Sandy,
and behind the scenes, Jorge.
We remember, guys. I told you he's the tech guy. He had no reason to be in the actual scene. But all jokes aside, he's just better at that stuff than we are. So
A lot better.
yeah. So he got booted out.
I
Or
would
promoted.
say,
He
yes,
got promoted.
He got promoted.
That way we can make him feel better. So this is our first episode back after the COVID lockdown. If anybody wasn't around for that, then I don't know where you were. I'm just saying, it's everywhere. It's still going on. So I didn't see Fran for like months.
Mm-hmm. I was taking Miss Quarantina real serious. It wasn't until recently that I started, mingling, going back out. And it's really hard. I feel like because of the quarantine, I got a little depressed. Was feeling some type of way. We had a little, that ice cream, Rocky Road. Uh-huh. That was us for a minute.
That was us, like literally us for a minute. But we got over it, And I'm not even gonna lie, me too, guys. Something about being stuck at home when you're used to going out every weekend or doing something every weekend just got to me. It was like, I can't do this. I need something else. I need to interact with people. But even that, I was interacting with people. I was going out even when you weren't supposed to go out. I'm sorry, government, but I was. It's just my anxiety levels were like through the roof. Like being stuck at home, like you run out of things to watch. Like even though there was so much to watch, I was like, I'm done. I can't do this anymore. I was freaking out. I was in a bad mood all the time where I was crying over everything, even about eating dinner. Like, guys, it got to me. I'm not gonna lie. It was tense. But now we're back with some friendly updates about us. Clearly, you can see we've upgraded some stuff. What is he doing?
Sorry, our dance mom is giving us cues and we don't know what they mean.
So this is our new sign. I just hurt Fran.
I'm the one who made it. Yeah, of course. That's why it's
correction.
Unanimous.
Target provided this for us.
Okay, but I designed it.
Okay, whatever.
I designed it. Target didn't design it. Rude.
Kind of did. They literally gave me the layout. Regardless of whatever that is. So we're going to give you a little bit of update about all of us. Obviously, George isn't going to be talking because he's behind the scenes now. But George is still George. Lame. Really doesn't go out.
Jorge.
Oh, yeah. Jorge. Doesn't really go out. He got back into gaming or playing video games.
I wanted to get into gaming, but the freaking, whatchamacallit, the Nintendo Switch is still out of stock. Okay, look, I understand y'all been in lockdown, but let it get back in stock.
Wait, I thought it was going to be like the PlayStation 5 versus the Xbox.
No.
The Nintendo Switch is out of stock.
It is. It's still out of stock.
That makes me laugh because I did not expect that to come out of your mouth.
Well, because I wanted to play Animal Crossing, and I couldn't do it because I didn't have a Nintendo Switch.
We have one.
Yeah, okay, but I wanted one.
Okay, my bad.
But yeah, what were you saying?
I was updating them about George. Oh, and he
George
got a job, guys. George got a job. Clap. Stop. He did it. He's doing good.
He's technically in charge of Sandy. Or over Sandy.
Okay, no.
Or manages Sandy.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Technically, that I still stand by what I said. Technically, that's supposed to be my job, but they gave it to him because he's a guy. And I will stand by that till the day I die. Women
drama.
live in a man's world, and I've recently experienced that again, where I got passed over for a job for another guy that was underqualified compared to me. I'm just stating that. No more comments. Let's keep going. Just got serious real quick because I will make a video about that on my Facebook. I'm gonna go live and I'm gonna rant about inequality for women in the job force. Anyways,
I mean, that is still
it's
still
a
happens.
big thing, and women get paid a lot less than men do for doing the same exact job. But you know what? That's a whole topic, and I will make it a point to get blur. Okay. Anyways, Fran, update us about you.
Let's see.
Besides your depression.
Oh yeah, my depression. Let's see. Oh, I just recently turned 25, and by recently I mean like 2 days ago, right?
It's old, yeah.
Yeah, 2 days ago. So that happened. Been working from home. Oh, I've lost some weight. I know you can't tell, but I'm looking real good or whatever. I've lost like 18 pounds. So the quarantine wasn't too bad for me. But I'm kind of getting it back because.
But you lost the weight after quarantine.
I mean, technically, this is still kind of quarantine. Okay, to me, everything is still quarantine.
My bad. Okay.
But I'm kind of low key getting it back because I'm at home again. So I'm trying to get out of that so that I don't get it back. But yeah, I mean, I'm still single and ready to mingle.
Oh, now you're ready to mingle.
Well, I've always been ready.
No, literally every time you're like, I'm okay being single.
Well,
so
I'm okay.
guys, find him on Tinder, on Grindr.
I'm not on Grindr.
On Bumble,
I am on Bumble.
on Bagel something, Meet Me Bagel, something like that.
Bagels.
I think that's called Meet Bagels. Bagel and coffee or something like that. It's another dating app. Not that I use them. I'm just saying. Not anymore. What about you?
Oh yeah, I
have to remind him about his own stuff. Like, come on, give it.
So I did for my birthday. I finally got my ears pierced, and apparently Sandy just told me
Don't touch it.
That one of them is infected. So after this,
it's not infected yet, but it's in the first steps of getting infected.
Yeah, so I'm gonna have to change it out real quick because this took forever. Man,
what happened? We were gonna go, and then you didn't go, and then we were gonna go. And then something happened and we didn't go. Yeah,
this has been in the works since like January because I was gonna get them done in January. Remember when I got this re-pierced, and that didn't happen. And then it's just been in the works since January.
It could have happened that day, but Fran's like, no, I can't handle that much in one day.
Yeah.
And I was like, for real, you're being such a girl. Even the piercer was like, for real, man, like it takes 2 seconds. Like, come on.
Okay, just gonna shade me.
Just saying.
But what's going on with you?
So. Guys, y'all know the drill. I quit a job, started a new job. All during COVID, I quit 2 jobs and found 3 jobs. And I'm that was just during the 2-month span of COVID, literally. So I found this place where I'm working for, or who I'm working for now. But I work for George, technically. Have mixed feelings about that. It's a good place. I like it for the most part. My job's really easy. I'm an interpreter. Because I speak Spanish and English. For those that didn't know that already.
Oh, I thought you spoke Vietnamese.
Bitch. I know one phrase in French. French. But I'm not going to say it because what if y'all make fun of me? I know y'all French people be mean sometimes about our accents. I'm going to shade them. Look.
Wow.
Look, I joined that like Duolingo app.
Duolingo?
Yeah. My mom calls it Duolingo. So I just stuck with what she said. Anyways. So,
well, what's the phrase?
Parlez-vous français?
Oh.
That's it. That's all I know. But anyways, so then they have these little meetups that you can go to, right?
They have meetups?
Yeah. If you look at the emails you get, it literally tells you. We have meetups. And one of the meetups was virtual. So, I was like, I'm going to check it out. And the guy that was on the other side was so mean. I was like, I was talking to him in English because I was trying to get him to understand. I know one phrase, but he's like, I was like, I don't understand you. Like, you got to slow down. And he didn't care. He shut me out. So.
Did he hang up on you?
Yes, he closed the chat. But what else? I haven't been posting anything on social media. I realized that my latest picture on social media was from years ago. I don't have an updated photo.
Wow, she's over here catfishing people.
2018 was the last time I actually uploaded a selfie.
Wow. I posted more photos of you than
yes!
you have of yourself.
Everybody else has. I don't post pictures of me. I got a new car that gave me problems. Guys, the guy that sold me my car, I'm gonna mad shade him right now. He told me all my car needed was freeze-on. I think that's what cools your car off for like the AC and stuff. Well, come to find out, I don't have brakes. My battery's about to die. And my whole like AC unit needs to be replaced. Plus I have a hole in my muffler. I was like, you're playing, man. Like, you lied to me and my dad. I was mad. I was big man. I wasn't little man. I was big man. What else? What else? I got little eyes.
She got bug eyes.
I have little eyes without my glasses. I have no makeup on. Don't judge me.
That was our dance mom again, giving us cues.
Yeah. Apparently there's a glare.
She was like,
Now I can't see, so I don't know where I'm supposed to look.
just look ahead of you. Just look in front. There.
Just like a
look.
blank stare.
Okay, don't give them a blank look.
Remember that one day y'all made me mad and I just stared off? I was like, oh, I'm not going to pay attention.
No, I don't remember that.
You haven't... Were they in the bloopers? Maybe. But I just stared. I did not look at the camera. I just stared. Oh, guys, I also had a really bad fall. Because... I'm not gonna lie, I'm a dumbass that thinks you can walk on wooden floors with socks going downstairs. So I fell going down my staircase, and I thought I broke my back. Literally, I was like, I yelled whenever I fell. I was like, I think I broke my back. It was a big old mess. And then, thank God everybody was home. And my dad and my brother, I came to find out my brother is like the weakest person ever. Okay? Because I was hurt. I was injured. And I was like, yo, you know, they came to make sure I didn't keep sliding down the stairs whenever I fell. And I was like, I need y'all to move me off the staircase without moving me. But I think what I meant by that was like, don't like shift me too much. Because, you know, if you really do have a spinal injury, first thing Grey's Anatomy taught me is
wow.
stabilize.
Oh.
Grey's Anatomy is... You okay?
What's on my tongue?
Grey's Anatomy taught me, you know, stabilize, because the back's the most important thing. So my dad's over here trying to lift me. And George, I'm like, George is supposed to be grabbing me, right? To help him move me off the staircase. This bitch grabs my arm and legs and drags me down the last couple of steps. He didn't pick me up. He just dragged me literally until we got to the floor. And then I'm like, call 911 or whatever. And I'm like, tell them I hurt my back. I think I broke my back. And he's called them and whatever. And they take forever. They took like what felt like 20 minutes. Probably wasn't that long, but it felt like 20 minutes. I was like, tell them it's an emergency. And he wasn't listening. I was like, it's an emergency. I can't breathe. Because, you know, my back hurt. I got the wind knocked out of me. And then the paramedics couldn't figure out how to get me out of my house, because you see my staircase. If they can't bring a gurney up, so they have to carry you out. Thank God all these firemen were like, you know, built, because if not, they would not have been able to get me down. And then I get onto the ambulance, and you know, my EMT, like, he was tired. I understand. He's like, I just pulled, I think he said like a 17-hour shift or something like that. Like, he had worked a long shift. So, you know, he was a little grumpy at first, but then when he realized, like, I was not crying, even though I, like, you know, he's like, it might just be the adrenaline that's rushing through your body. That's why you're not upset. And then as soon as he said that, I started crying, but I was silently crying. You know, when you cry and you're like, don't want anybody to know you're crying? Yeah, that was me until we got to the hospital. I thought, you know, for a back injury, they would be more careful. Nah, these hoes were like pulling me and turning me, and I'm like, if I really broke my back, like, I'm probably never gonna walk again because of the way these people are moving me. And I still laid there for like 30 minutes before they're like, oh, you've never been to the hospital? I'm like, no, I've never been hurt before.
I don't make it my purpose to be hurt and come to the hospital.
Right. I've only been to the hospital once, and it was because I had a surgery as a child, but not to Cartersville. And I just told y'all, my bad. But then, they're like, okay, we got to put you in the system. They took at least 30 minutes to put me in the system, and then they still put me in the system wrong. They put my last name as my first name, right? Like, oh, I have to show y'all, but it's a whole mess. I'm like. And then they gave me morphine, and I was happy for a while. And then they made me wait in the waiting room after I was like, they're like, your back's not broken. It's just, compressed. They're like, you're going to sit in a wheelchair until your family comes and gets you. Did you call them? I was like, no, I got here through ambulance, and I only have my ID. I don't have a phone. They're like, do you know somebody's phone number? I was like, no.
So who went to go get you?
George and my dad did. Everybody did, but it was like a whole thing where I was like, I don't know my dad's phone number. I was like, I know, but in Spanish. I was on morphine. I was happy.
You know it in Spanish?
Yes, I only know my dad's phone number in Spanish. If you ask me in English, I don't know it. I know 770. That's it. But if you ask me in Spanish, I know the whole number. Just like I only know my phone number in English. I can't, it takes me a minute to translate it to Spanish.
Okay.
Does that happen to anybody else?
No.
Bitch. Why can't you just make me feel more normal?
What is it that you say? You don't like being normal?
Oh, yeah. Normal is, it's lame. Be unique. Be yourself.
But have you been recuperated from your fall?
No. I'm better, but I'm not fully recovered. My range of movement is very limited. I'm definitely walking better. I was waddling at some point because moving my hips hurt.
Those hips did lie.
And now I can move my hips more, but I can't, bending over, certain ways really hurts, or, laying down certain ways hurts. But I'm definitely getting there. Just don't ask me to, Zumba or salsa or anything anytime soon, because that's not gonna happen. But other than that, yeah, I'm getting there. Okay. What else? Oh, what about your family?
What about them? Them heifers?
Look, he's so mean, guys. I went on a walk with Fran. I'm gonna call you out. I'm gonna be mean. I went on a walk with Fran, and his kiddos are doing online or at home schooling.
Ugh.
And
the worst.
Fran is so mean. I am
not mean.
Fran.
I just don't have any patience.
That's called being mean.
That's not called being mean. That's called not having patience.
I understand these kiddos, especially because Fran's working from home, so he can't give them the whole time they need. And in all honesty, I'm pretty sure parents that are doing at home schooling can realize shoot, you have to be there, because they don't understand. If you have 4 apples and you take 3 away, now you only have 1 apple,
But I understand
especially if you have
that,
little ones.
but...
No. But if you had your, 5-year-old and you were trying to teach her how to subtract
she don't know how to do that.
It takes a lot of patience, and you didn't, people don't realize that.
Patience that someone doesn't have, like me.
Yeah, he's bad. So he sat there and he told his kiddos, what did you tell them? Do what you can, and if you have questions, let me know, right?
Yeah, I was like, I'm going to be a teacher, because I'm like, teachers don't just sit around and hold your hand, things like that. So that's what I was telling them. If you absolutely need help, then let me know. And so but one of them just comes in at every single time. They're like, okay, what do I do now? What do I do?
But it's hard. I understand where the little girls are coming from, because one of my kiddos, whenever she was doing, when they first had the shutdown and they closed all the schools, she had to do online, and oh my God, for an elementary schooler in 3rd grade, that was just so much homework. She was stressed out of her mind with all of the homework this teacher gave her. My little one, I call her my little one, but my baby was doing homework way past 8 hours every day, and that was ridiculous. And then we had a middle schooler, and he would do homework for 3 hours, if anything. And then he'd be done. He's like, why do we go to school for so long when I can do everything in like 3 hours? I'm like, I understand that. But then I looked at my little one and I was like, she is stressing out because of all of the stuff she has to do and emails and video conferences. So I understand where the kids are coming from. So you can't be so hard on them. He's mean.
No,
he gets
I'm not
mean. Fran, have you made those little girls cry?
Not recently.
But I do understand, like, it's stressful. Like, it definitely is stressful.
I mean, I only let them do it 3 hours now because before, like you said, they were doing, like, more than 8 hours.
Yeah, and it's crazy.
Well,
Like,
I say more than 8 hours, but sometimes they would just lollygag for that time.
No, I'm going to be honest. My munchkin, we would sit her down and we'd be like, hey, do all this and do all that. And I'd be like, you know what? Like, take a break. Like, you've been sitting there, and she literally would work. Like, you know, it's different when they're working and you're like, shoot, like, she's been at that computer for 9 hours already. Like, she's got to get up and stretch, you know. But I don't think that teachers really see that. And I understand, like, at school, but they don't just give them homework like that or work like that. Like, they do little activities together. So, yes, you're showing them all the information that now they're doing online, but they're doing it in a more interactive way than just sitting there and like, what does this mean? What is that? How do I do this? How am I supposed to do that art project? She had art homework where I understand, like, they gave them all the materials they needed, but my baby had to figure out how to email that. Like, she is in 3rd grade. She did not know how to copy and paste a picture or, you know, attach a photo to an email. Like, how is she supposed to know how to do that?
Yeah, some of these projects that they have them doing, like I just did one yesterday for like science, and it was like for telling time, and it was like you need like 4 cans of soup, and you need a nail, then you need like a 3-tier ladder, and the point of it was like for time, so you had to like time, you know, how long it would get from the water to get from like the first cup all the way to like the last one, and that would be like, you know, the time range. But we couldn't figure it out, so I was just like, you know, just write something down. I was like, just be like, oh, it took 6 minutes or something. but
like I said, this whole COVID thing really came to change things up. I know, at least for my family, even before the COVID stuff started, I had friends in the medical field that were like, hey, start, you know, buying some stuff, not a lot, just enough to get you through like a month or two, just in case they really do shut fully down. And every time we would go out, we would wear masks. We kept my mom from working those like 2 really big months where they were like shut down. My mom did not work at all. Like, we were like, no, you're staying home, especially because, you know, where you work, we don't want you with around a lot of people. So she would not go out, and she was so like upset. We had to do like a little garden outside for her to like do. So we had to find little interactive things during all this COVID stuff. And I'm pretty sure your kiddos like were driving themselves crazy, not being able to see their friends and stuff like that.
Shoot, I was driving myself crazy because I was working from home, child. Well, I'm working from home right now too, but
yes,
it's a mess.
Well, bitch. That's my phrase.
But we're back. So we're going to be doing this again on a weekly basis. We're going to go over a lot of different topics. Definitely because obviously coronavirus is still in town. You know, we probably our next episode is going to be about that, maybe, perhaps.
Either that or, like, you know, with the elections coming up soon, we might talk some politics, or at least what affects us politically, or what we stand for, maybe a little bit politically. Obviously, that's not how we're trying to go about our podcast, but we do know we have to inform our viewers about stuff that is going out there, or going on out there. I can't talk sometimes, guys. My brain goes faster than my mouth can put out the words, so... but we do want to touch a lot of other points, too, so...
So get ready.
You're going to see a change.
And hopefully for the best.
Well, I know it will be. Maybe we'll get a new co-host. Mad Shade?
Yeah, Mad Shade.
It's I don't care.
Well, thanks you guys for listening. Make sure to subscribe, listen to where all you get your podcast.
Spotify.
And make sure you check our...
Apple Podcast.
Check all of our links below. And make sure you like the video as well. And turn on the notification bell.
Bye.
Bye.